I realized one of my problems with writing recently, and I need to fix it. Hi, my name is Dawn Dalton. I am a freelance writer and an author, and I have been creatively blocked pretty much since late last year, early this year. And I didn't realize part of my problem until I was talking with my mom recently. And I expressed my frustration in that I'm not doing any craft shows for the foreseeable future because the Science Center by me stopped doing First Fridays, which was a big thing that I would do pretty much every month. And because they aren't doing them, means that I'm not doing other creative work outside of writing. All I've been doing is working and writing, and getting more and more frustrated that the words are not coming as easily as they normally would. And so I do have a plan. Part of this also stems from the fact that I had a bunch of jewelry stuff gifted to me by a friend that I got to disseminate to all of my other friends who do crafting stuff. But the fact that I don't have a secondary creative outlet means that I'm pouring everything into writing and nothing is pouring back into me. So, to combat this, I plan on doing more crafting. And not just jewelry making, because let's all be honest, I have an excess of already made jewelry ready for if I do another craft show, which right now I don't have one until August. I need to refill the well. And I know everybody's like, just consume more stories and your well will be refilled, and that's great. I do need to get back to watching a lot more TV and reading more books. Definitely reading more books. My consumption of books has kind of gone down as I throw more hours on my plate at work. And I need to play more video games because the consumption of stories helps percolate the stories that are in my brain to give me more ideas to write, give me more scenarios. One of my writer friends is like, yeah, even the books that I absolutely hate, I'm like, I want to write this because it's so terrible. I want to write a better version of this. So I'm going to start doing a couple of things to help stimulate my creativity and refill the well. And one of those things is I need to get back to hiking and just being out in nature. I have been homebody Dawn for quite a while now. And while that's great and hermit mode is super awesome, I need to get back out, whether or not I put my headphones in and listen to music and just go for a walk, whether that be by myself or with a friend. I need to get out and move my body more. That'll also help me physically, which helps me mentally, and yeah. So that's the first thing that I'm going to start doing, is getting out a lot more, especially on like the Fridays that I get done with work early. There are a ton of parks around me that I can go for a quick half an hour to an hour walk or a hike. But I also want to get back to doing non-writing creative work. And what I mean by this is, obviously I made a lot of jewelry over the last few years. I sewed a lot of dice bags. But I also used to do a lot of scrapbooking and like non-dice bag sewing and coloring and just a lot of like little creative like bursts that kind of just let my brain settle and think about something else. And I think that is going to be a huge focus going forward, is finding other creative outlets, especially if I already own the stuff for it, that will allow me to do something creative without being forced to think about my stories. Because when I'm doing other creative work, it does allow me to, in the back of my brain, work out the problems in my stories. And I usually come out of that with just this overwhelming urge to write. So every week going forward, I do want to either pull out a coloring page, find one of my old projects that I abandoned and finish it, work on my scrapbooks that are sitting over there half completed because squirrel brain has decided that squirreling is a great idea, in the hopes of stimulating my creative muscle again and making it so that I can bring my stories to life without feeling like I am pulling teeth to get the stories on the page. If you have been enjoying watching me go through bouts of, it's not really writer's block, but it's not far off. It's not burnout, but I can feel that I'm getting there. Be sure to feed the algorithm, boop that like button, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.